with anything that you want to pursue in life, you've got to create deadlines. You have to create some sort of structure. You got to create a goal. You have to have something that drives you. You can't just go to the gym when you feel like it. You can't just create when you feel like it and expect these crazy results, because results only come from consistency. So does confidence. So no wonder I was lacking so much confidence. It's because I knew the truth. My gut feeling was like, dude, you're not putting in the work. So since the new year is pretty much right around the corner, I figured it'd be a cool idea to just kind of talk about what my content strategy is going into 2023, what my growth strategy is, especially now that I feel like I actually have clarity. For the last couple of years, I think I was lacking a ton of clarity, and it has been just a process, to say the least. But going into 2023 feels good. And I want to create this podcast today to hold myself accountable and also to share my strategy, what I'm thinking, why I'm doing those certain things. And yeah, just want to bring you guys along with me. If y'all are down, then let's do this thing. First off, welcome back to the podcast. Feels good to do this podcast. I have been just filming it in my room, and today wasn't planning on filming. Actually, I just out of the blue just wanted to talk about it. Let's go ahead and dive into the content strategy that I'm really feeling confident with. So of course, the priority for next year is to really leverage YouTube. And the reason why I'm feeling this way is because, for one, the only reason I'm here doing anything creative at all is because of YouTube. I started off on a wrong foot with YouTube. Like I said, lacked a lot of clarity and made some random videos and kind of wasted my time, but I didn't have structure. And outside of being a creator, I was just really lacking a lot. Your boy was a mess. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, so that was there. But the thing that I was really lacking was systems. And so the system going into the next year, now that we have a little bit of fucking clarity on what the hell it is that we're wanting to do, the system going into 2023 is to focus on YouTube. Now, the way that I see it is YouTube's going to get one video a week from me, and it has to be on a set day. That is the only way that I can stay consistent, is if I have a deadline every single week that says, by this day, you better have a motherfucking video posted. You better have something posted, because if you don't, you're gonna, mess this whole dream of yours up. Because really the dream of mine is to really just take this whole creator thing off and build the presence on YouTube. Because what I really care about, and what drew me to YouTube in the first place, was my sense of longing for a community. I'm half Chinese, and growing up, I didn't really know a lot of Asian people. If I can think back to ones that just stand out, I knew one Asian person, maybe two, that was my friends. And I always longed for this Asian group. Like, I just wanted to be a part of my culture. I was really lacking that. Just wanted to be surrounded by people who look like me. I know that sounds weird, but, as a kid growing up, that was something that I kind of wanted. And watching these YouTubers that I used to watch, like Timothy De La Ghetto, Kev Jumba, Niga Higa, God, those videos, How to Be a Ninja, or I think that was what it was called, but those videos used to crack me the fuck up. Like, I used to lose my shit as a kid. And that was so therapeutic for me. Just laughter is the best medicine. Like, I love that quote, because really when I'm not laughing, I notice a difference in my life. And during that time, laughter did a lot for me. It made me feel like I was a part of their community. And so that's why I'm so drawn towards YouTube. I just really feel like the impact, if you're somebody who wants to make an impact, you want to help people, or you want to Do that on top of documenting your life, have something to look back in the future and just be able to watch it with your kids. I mean, I always think back to just the VHS videos that we have from our childhood. I personally need to go through and dig through more. But imagine that in 4K. Like, I can't wrap my head around that. It still is weird to just think that in 50 years or something, I'm going to see myself crystal clear with no wrinkles. Oh, it blows me away. But YouTube, I just really feel like it's powerful. It's powerful, not only that, but if you want to get into the technical side of things, their search engine is the best. Your content lives forever, and the energy, the time, the sacrifice that you put into creating something that is meaningful pays its dividends. It truly pays its dividends over the long haul, not just for the next day, not for just the next week, not just until you post the next post, forever. And that's the power of the algorithm that YouTube has. And let's be honest, YouTube is just the best. And they're just the GOAT. Everything is trying to compete with YouTube. YouTube is the industry leading platform. One of those reasons is because of the monetization. They reward their creators. They actually give a fuck. If you are not watching this on YouTube, I just want to point out that I am posting my video podcasts on YouTube so that you can consume it, chill with me in my room, in the studio. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, head over there, say what's up, and consider following along the journey. With YouTube, I think I got really discouraged because of what felt like I was putting a lot of energy into my content. I don't think it was quality energy. I don't think it was focused energy. Like, I was just creating random content at random times. And I think the message that I really want to point out here, if I can really lay a lesson out from this experience, is that with anything that you want to pursue in life, you've got to create deadlines. You have to create some sort of structure. You got to create a goal. You have to have something that drives you. You can't just go to the gym when you feel like it. You can't just create when you feel like it and expect these crazy results, because results only come from consistency. So does confidence. So no wonder I was lacking so much confidence. It's because I knew the truth. My gut feeling was like, dude, you're not putting in the work. And so when I'm objectively looking back on my experience with YouTube, yeah, it has been a really slow start. But hey, I'm really grateful for the people who have watched. I'm going to remember those who have watched my videos forever. Always going to remember. And that's what it's truly about. It's not about reaching the masses. It's not about going viral. It's not about me, everybody look at me and my numbers and what I did online. Because it matters. It helps to know that is working and that you're getting results, but that should not be the ultimate focus, I believe. That is what I have decided for myself. I don't think that it needs to be the focus. As long as we're showing up, being consistent, fulfilling our duty, and, meeting the goals that we expect for ourselves and guiding ourselves with purpose and meaning, then ultimately there is no way to lose. It's all about the mindset. And so the goal is to use TikTok as sort of like the little brother in the equation. It's not a full family without the little brother, right? What I mean by that, I'm always trying to pull out analogies, and sometimes I say some weird shit. But in this case, the reason why TikTok is the little brother is because TikTok gets the hand-me-downs. I've never thought about that, but that is a funny analogy. TikTok gets the hand-me-downs. TikTok gets the repurposed content. And of course, a little bit of, personalized meals for the little brother. The reason why I feel like TikTok is the second platform in my strategy that is the most beneficial is because, again, the algorithm. The algorithm rewards creators who show up with intention. And you can see that constantly over and over. You're seeing organic content get the views that it deserves. I'm not saying all of it does, but the algorithm knows what it's doing. In my opinion, it's way better than Instagram. I think Instagram is dying, honestly. It rubs me the wrong way coming from photography experience way back in the day when the algorithm used to be good and used to work. But then it's just like it's easy to get discouraged whenever you're putting a lot of energy into your creative work and you feel like the platform, maybe that's just my egotistical way of blaming other people and I need to acknowledge that. Maybe it's my work, you know? That's sort of another thing, is really focusing on not digging too deep into results and allowing that to dictate the way that I feel. It's really about how you show up, how you pursue the next piece of content ideas, and what you use moving forward. Because ultimately, I can look back on my videos that did poorly on Instagram, for example, and find clues. There's always room to grow. And, you know, maybe this isn't a fair argument in terms of the algorithm, just because this is more introspective, but I don't know. Maybe you feel what I'm feeling. If you post normally on Instagram, there's just something weird about it, and I don't know how to put it into words. Maybe I just need to look in the mirror a little bit more. But TikTok, I have found that when that one idea sparks and you really get it out there and you got it just how you wanted, usually the algorithm rewards you. It's like it notices it. It's like, okay, people are watching this. As long as people are watching this, they're going to continue pushing it. I don't know if that's the case with Instagram. Plus, it just feels like Instagram is full of bots. Like, it's just constantly bots and people that look fake accounts, or so it seems. But I do also enjoy focusing just on short form content every now and then. Like, there's something sexy about just having a quick idea, bringing it to life really fast, and publishing it, and just sharing your work, sharing your thoughts, sharing your ideas in a unique way, or putting your own twist on something. I think it's okay to mess around with the trends and kind of put your own twist on it in terms of your niche, your industry, or your categories, whatever it is that you care about. Why not do it? You know, that's sort of the mindset that I had, is why not do it? Why not just repurpose it if it just means opening something else and republishing it? But, you know, that does bring up another topic, which is my thoughts towards Instagram in terms of strategy. What I really love about Instagram is the stories feature. I think we can all agree that without the stories feature on Instagram, we probably wouldn't use it. I don't know, maybe that's a bold statement, but I'm not saying that I'm constantly looking at Instagram stories, but when I'm on the platform, that's usually what I look at the most. It's just interesting to see what people are up to. So that feature is really at their benefit, and I think these other platforms that try to mimic that struggle. I don't know why, but yeah, Instagram, I think, has the upper hand in this case. So yeah, I think it's beautiful to also document your journey through Instagram, through your stories, to, you know, use it as your reality show, so to speak, and to bring people in on your life, on things that you wouldn't normally share, right? So for example, I love music and I love, you know, mixing music. I love sharing the mixes. I love just talking about it. But I really struggle finding clarity on how to show up, like if it's okay for me to combine that with my other content. And I've kind of leaned towards using Instagram just sort of like as my literal personal brand. Like, this is Ashton. This is not a content focus necessarily area. You're just going to get whatever I feel like I want to share. And just let that be a little bit more loosely. Maybe you go to my Instagram and it's more of like a friend looking at it as opposed to like viewer content creator. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think you can really deepen the connection with people on Instagram by sharing photos and not posting as much, right? Like just sharing things that maybe like the highlights. Like honestly, like let's just be honest, Instagram is a highlight reel, and maybe that's what Instagram is for me. Like that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I want to post dumps and share things in my life that wouldn't necessarily make sense on other areas. I don't know, maybe I'm overcomplicating it as well, but Yeah, just sharing collages, sharing carousels, sharing things about music, just random content, stuff that I'm just randomly interested in. And so, yeah, that's what I'm planning on for Instagram. Really using the Instagram stories to nurture my audience, to connect with them, bringing them in. If you know who Pat Flynn is, he has this analogy where he talks about bringing your audience in on your factory doors, opening the factory doors to your audience and allowing them to come inside and look at the brewery and see how they make the beer and what all goes into it and who all is involved and why this is here and that sort of thing. So I kind of like to think about it that way. That's what Instagram stories is for. I still haven't really figured this fully out, but I'll most likely repurpose some of the pieces of content that I post on TikTok on there. By the way, if you are interested in growing your brand through organic video content, then now is a great time to go ahead and sign up for the OVF waitlist. If you don't know what OVF means, that just stands for Organic Video Formula. It's a new course that I just launched, and the doors will open sometime probably January, February-ish. And if you want to stay posted, you want to learn how to grow through video, then go ahead and click the link in the description and you should be able to sign up. All right, back to the podcast. That's my content strategy moving forward though, and I feel really excited about it. I think that's the biggest thing here is create a strategy that you're excited about. You know, the goal of this video wasn't necessarily to just dump my strategy on you and, you know, whatever. The goal is for you to take bits and pieces and maybe take some of that as a guide for your own strategy, whatever feels right to you and whatever you feel like could make a difference for you and your personal brand or your content. I really feel like YouTube is the place to focus if you're really wanting to build a tight-knit community, a focused, connected community, and you want to be in this for the long haul. You want to set yourself up for success in the next 5 to 10 years, no matter what it is that you want to do, and you want to leverage that power of your personal brand by just building your reputation and sharing your content and sharing your thoughts, then I really think that this is a great strategy. YouTube is that place for people to come and inside your home and really spend time with you and share a barbecue with you and have a glass of wine and talk about some deep shit that doesn't make sense to talk about on TikTok or Instagram all the time. And people love seeing what you're up to. People love seeing how other people live their lives. It's inspiring. I can say that personally, that when I watch other people's lives, it was so freaking inspiring, and it always has been. And I've always appreciated creators who bring me in on their life and why they eat this meal at this time and go to the gym at this time. Like, everything has sort of played such an influential role in my life that I kind of want to give back, because I just know that there's the younger version of myself out there, and he's struggling and he is overcomplicating shit like crazy, and life is passing us by, and there's too much at our fingertips that we have the decision to control. We have the decision to work towards, and ultimately that's just a choice that we have to make, and we have to make that choice soon if we want to reap the rewards at some point of our life. Because let's be honest, again, like, tomorrow is not promised. The fact that you're going to be here next week is not promised. The fact that you're going to be alive on Christmas and New Year's is not guaranteed. And that shouldn't put a damper on you. That should inspire you to take action and to really not only start holding the promises to yourself, but to appreciate the moments that you have in this planet with your family, with your friends, and everyone in your life, the animals that you get to pet at night, and everything is just, I just really feel like if you want something in this life, the only person who's going to be able to make that happen is you. And it takes the choice to follow through with it, to step up to the plate and to test yourself and to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because when we look at the discomfort, we can realize that that discomfort is a direction for growth. So if you want to grow with me, go ahead and just copy the strategy that I have and post once a week. Pick a day, pick a time, pick a niche, pick an industry, pick your categories, get clear. And if you have trouble doing any of this that I've listed on this podcast, please do me a favor. Reach out to me on Instagram. Let me know what you're going through, because it might be something we can talk about on this podcast. And I'm here to help. I want all of us to grow. I want this to be an awesome year coming in 2023. And I really want people to stop sacrificing. Stop sacrificing the future that you want to build for yourself for a temporary feeling today. This is the year, y'all. I'm feeling it. Like, come on, let's go. If you're excited, then join me on this process. Like I said, reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. I just want us all to live better lives and realize our full potential, because goddamn, we're full of it. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Really appreciate you being here, and happy holidays. Stay safe. Give your family a hug. Give your partners a hug. Give your friends a hug. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. Come on. Give yourself a hug. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.